Do you struggle with feelings of unworthiness or feeling like you aren't good enough? Not feeling confident, not feeling like you're able to attract your dream relationships? If you feel that way, then this video is for you. And in this video, I will explain to you how you can take those feelings of unworthiness and turn them into feelings of worthiness, love, and appreciation for everything we have been given. So, hello everyone, my name is Reed and welcome to the Raw Reed Experience. Today I'm going to share with you my journey of how I went from feeling unworthy, unconfident, depressed, anxious, to feeling confident, worthy, full of love, and I started to attract, those dream relationships we all want in our lives. It all started with me realizing, when I quit drugs and alcohol, I realized I had all of these childhood wounds of feelings of abandonment, feelings of loneliness, feelings of fear, anger, resentment, all of these things. And I started to heal myself and let go of these things and realize, these things, I can feel them, but they aren't me. They're just my feelings. And when I learned to observe my feelings, I could then feel them and choose to let go of them. Our feelings don't dictate who we are. We are who we are, and our feelings are just a layer of our infinite being, because we are infinite spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. So with that, it's kind of cold out here. I'm gonna keep going. So anyways, basically, after I quit drugs and alcohol, I realized that to heal this abandonment wound, this feeling of emptiness inside of my heart, I had to fill it with something new. I had to fill it with feelings of love, worthiness, and fulfillment, which I already was. Actually, we are all infinite love at our deepest core. So to explain that, we all are love at our deepest core. So basically, when we were children, we were full of love, full of joy, full of happiness. Look at a child. They're just full of joy, just experiencing reality for what it truly is. But as you grow up, we get hurt, and we have these childhood abandonment wounds, all these trust issues and stuff. And so we put on a mask, we put on these layers to protect who we truly are, because maybe in our childhood, someone told us that we aren't worthy, or they weren't feeling worthy. So they tried to project it onto us because they saw that we felt worthy, and that reflected to them the unworthiness which they felt inside. So really, it's realizing we are all worthy inside, and anybody who tries to take that away from you, that's because they take that away because they feel unworthy inside, and it's an unhealthy way. You see, there are empaths and narcissists. A narcissist is someone who only cares about themselves, and they take from others so they can feel better. They look at someone and say, oh, they try and bring you down to bring themselves up, And then empaths, they bring people up by bringing themselves down. And both come from the same abandonment wound. In my life, I consider myself an empath. I used to be a people pleaser. I still have these tendencies now, and I'm realizing even as I make this video, I'm not speaking my truth because I'm trying to please the audience. And really, that again is just that a deeper wound of trying to give validation so you can get it in return. In a way, it's a way of manipulation. So when you become aware of this, you can dig deep and see, where does this come from? In my life, I always seem to attract narcissists in my life. Like, I had this one friend, he would always make fun of me, and he would put me down all the time, and he would just push me away and shove me in the corner. We had an empath narcissist relationship. And with my mother too, actually. You know, she always got so mad at me when I tried to speak my truth, and she would get triggered at me a lot because that reminded her of her own unworthiness inside. And so she tried to project that onto me, and it just resulted in unhealthy relationships with me and my family. And it's now I'm realizing, I'm becoming aware of this stuff, and I can let go of these things so that I can be free of this past stuff, which we no longer need to hold on to, you know? A lot of us have these childhood mother and father wounds. And, you know, with my mom, it was thinking back to it, you know, I really have to go back. And she used to like smoke in the car with me. And, you know, when I wanted to eat food, my parents would get mad at me. So I had to like sneak food sometimes, and always being forced to go to school and all this stuff, and not being able to be free and be who I came here to be. And, you know, it all comes from this, you know, that probably comes from her mother. You know, I love you, Mom. I care about you so much, but it's the truth and I'm going to speak it. So, you know, that probably comes from her mom doing the same thing to her and her parents, and then their parents, and then their parents, and then their parents. It goes back. There's levels to this shit. So when we become aware of the levels and the layers, we can start to peel back who we really are, forget who we aren't, and remember who we are. Because who wants to live in a perpetual state of fear and feeling these feelings of abandonment? No one, because you are what you attract. And when you have these deep wounds, you're going to keep attracting them in your life. These experiences are going to keep being replayed, where you attract narcissists and empaths will attract narcissists will attract empaths. And all you have to do to heal this wound is become aware of it and say, okay, what patterns are in my life? Like, for example, for me, when I used to work at co-op, I attracted a narcissist boss, and she was, you know, really narcissistic, always taking people's energy. And it was an unhealthy relationship. I did not enjoy my job there. And so eventually I just set a boundary. I was like, I'm not showing up to work anymore. Like, my boss is not very respectful of who I am. So I set the boundary, and then they just stopped giving me shifts there, and I stopped showing up because I didn't enjoy it there. So becoming aware of how these experiences are replaying in our lives. You know, I noticed too with my friend groups, I would always try and be this people pleaser, be someone I'm not, just so I can make everybody happy, because it was a feeling of not being safe in my own shell, not being comfortable with who I am. So I would be comfortable with who other people were, and I would pretend to be like them and mirror that to them. So I'm becoming aware of this now and realizing there's all lessons to be learned from the past. And I learned a lesson from every single one of those people. And I'm realizing that it's time we be comfortable in our own frames, because if you aren't comfortable in your own frame, you're going to attract an experience of someone who isn't comfortable in their frame, and they're going to take from your frame because you aren't holding it. So if you make the choice in this moment to start holding your frame and be comfortable with who you are, it's not easy. You know, you feel all these feelings of abandonment. The ego makes all these reasons why you shouldn't be doing this. But when you hold steady in your frame and be who you came here to be, you will stop attracting those narcissists and empaths. You will just be who you are, and you will attract similar people who are also holding in their frame and who are meant to meet you on your journey. And, you know, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not easy. But you continue to work at it and progress through learning how to hold your own frame and be fresh out of fucks, be authentic. You know, we didn't come here to worry, oh, what does this person think about me? We didn't come here to be victims. We came here to take our power back and be who we are meant to be. So I want to invite you to take your power back today tap into who you are authentically. Get out into nature, drink lots of water, eat healthy fruits and vegetables. Those are all things that'll let you tap into who you authentically are, you know. And I don't care if you do or don't. I'm just saying that is what can help you become who you truly are, because really, we came here to be free. We didn't come here to be stuck in a prison of caring about what people think about us and attract these narcissistic people who, you know, I realize too, you know, I say this, but we attract what we are. So if you are attracting narcissists, you got to look and realize, how am I being a people pleaser? What childhood wound is causing me to attract these experiences? And when you become aware of it, you can then feel it and choose to let go of it. Feel it to heal it. So choose to feel it, you know, do guided meditations. I'll be making a guided meditation soon in a week, so prepare for that, and I'll upload that to YouTube, and it can completely change your life. So with that, I want to invite you all today to practice stepping into your frame. Go out into public and realize, you know, I am who I am, and what they think about me, that's their shit. That's their circus, their monkeys. That's not my issue. So just be who you are authentically, and, you know, don't be like, oh, walking around like being a dickhead to people, but just, you know, step into your frame and be who you are. You know, we are one with the universe, but we are also separate from it. We are an individual having a human experience. So we have to take care of our individual needs in order to take care of those around us. So with that, hope you enjoyed. Click in the link in the description for a 30-minute free discovery call where we can bridge the gap between the life you're living now and the life you want to live, full of fulfillment, freedom, purpose, and abundance. So sign up below and get started on a discovery call to completely change your life. Everybody, have a great day. Peace.